going on, everybody? How the hell are you, my friends? Happy Wednesday. How the hell are you, my friends? GBs of Into the Squared Circle podcast. Yes, hell of a show in AEW Dynamite tonight. Well, that's not Dynamite. It's GrandSlam Mexico. Man, what a historic show tonight. My goodness gracious. Now, if you're a fan of Luchador, Lucha Libre, I'm a big fan of it. It's a great night for you. Great night for myself as well. So great, fantastic night for AEW and CMLL. Obviously historic for many reasons, right? Obviously, first time AEW joining forces inside the legendary Arena Mexico. And, we use the word legendary, historic. And yes, Arena Mexico, without shadow of a doubt. And you can look it up right now, Arena Mexico, the history of the legendary building, dated back to what? Before CMLL, it was the EMLL. And now, obviously, CMLL transitioned to that name, right? And look at it now, 91 years. You saw it on the show, 91 years of CMLL. The longest wrestling promotion on the planet. It was a remarkable show tonight, but we will talk about it. So we got people piling in right now, right here on the live stream. If you're watching live right now, first time a viewer, hey, come on, man, give me a follow, subscribe right here at X, right here at YouTube, also live right here on Twitch as well. So if you're joining me right now, you're a new viewer, fan of pro wrestling, fan of Lucha Libre, give me a follow and subscribe, share with your friends right now. Also check out my official website today, Into the Square Circle Podcast.com, with blogs, photos, you know the deal, right? If you're a daily watcher and a viewer, podcast, right? Type the podcast to go. See the QR code right above me, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. All you have to do is type it into the Squared Circle Podcast. All right, let's get to business, baby. Again, historic night, AEW, CMLL, Lucha Libre, Arena Mexico, in beautiful Mexico City, Mexico. Now, I've never been to Mexico City. I've been to Mexico, beautiful country. Never been to Mexico City. Again, a bucket list, definitely a bucket list. Go down to Arena Mexico, of course. Watching a show tonight, and I was going through my mind here. Okay, it's a legendary venue. There's a handful of guys and gals that wrestled, not only in Arena Mexico, but there's a handful of guys and gals that went to Madison Square Garden. Handful of guys and gals that went to Korakuen Hall in Japan, Budokan or the Tokyo Dome. There's a handful of guys that wrestled at Wembley Stadium. Now they add Arena Mexico to the list. And if you want to add the All-State Arena in that list, you can. Go Chicago. But there's a handful of guys and gals on tonight's card, okay? On tonight's card, they went to every major legendary venues, right? Madison Square Garden, okay, entertainment mecca of the world, right? Concerts, sports, and pro wrestling. Same thing with Wembley, Korakuen Hall, traditional Japan wrestling out there. Same thing with Tokyo Dome. Arena Mexico, exclusive to Lucha Libre. So tonight's show, there's a very few guys and gals. Kushka Okada, who was on the show tonight. Mercedes Moné, little spoiler alert, a big historic moment, which we'll talk about momentarily. But there's a handful of guys and gals that hit these legendary venues across the world. And I find it remarkable. As a fan, I find it remarkable. Again, there's another reason why tonight was very historic for not only AEW, but also a very hot crowd for the CMLL. Talk about a hot crowd in Arena Mexico. Something that, AEW, man, this is what they need each and every Wednesday. That crowd. Anyway, mean, what a way to kick off the show, right? Adam Page comes on and starts speaking Spanish. I mean, I'm not going to bitch about it. It was I mean, yeah, I know he's a teacher, but I didn't anticipate to cut a full ass promo in Spanish, which was fantastic. Got the crowd pumped up. He said when he needs to say to the fantastic, beautiful crowd at the Arena Mexico, and man, he came out and cut a great promo in Spanish. Now, yes, I have Hispanic in my blood. Yes, I have a Hispanic family. Yes, I do understand some of the things Adam Page said in the kickoff promo, the kickoff tonight, historic AEW CMLL. Now, the only thing that I would change in that, again, from television aspect, again, Excalibur, trying to tell the viewing audience at home that maybe not know Spanish very much. He's trying to sneak it in as, Adam Page finishes a sentence. Like, I mean, Excalibur has to be quicker, right? If you want to explain each sentence that Adam Page completes, get right on the ball and tell everyone at home what he just said. Because he waited just a couple seconds before Adam Page picks up his promo and continue on. Now, in New Japan, they do it really good in New Japan, right? They can cut a promo in the ring in Japanese, and Chris Carlton, well, I don't think Chris Carlton is there no more. I mean, the guys in New Japan, right? They can tell us on the American television what they're saying in the ring, and fast, rapid response to the American audience. And I think that's what AEW could improve if they want to stay on top of the Hispanic language and tell the American audience what they really saying in the ring. So if there's one thing they could improve on television-wise, it's definitely Excalibur kind of step up in the game and just give it right to the fans, to the American people, right? Understand what Adam Page is saying in the ring. But overall, I thought the intro of Adam Page coming out, cutting, Hispanic promo, just fantastic. I enjoyed it. The crowd was happy. He, by the way, he said, right, he is banned from being part of the main event, right, getting physical in the ring. But he said, no one told him that he could not get physical after the match, which we'll get to momentarily. Now, of course, after Adam Page came out and cut that fantastic promo, we had a 14-man tag team match, right? We had Bandito. We had Adam Cole. I mean, how about the Adam Cole pop, baby? Daniel Garcia. Brody King, right? Brody King got a little reaction of social media, right? Abolish ICE. That's the shirt he wore. Templario, Atlantis, and Atlantis Jr. Man, what a collective of a team right there. Went toe-to-toe against Konosuke Takeshita. By the way, he wrestled last night, right? Konosuke Takeshita, I say that twice. Konosuke Takeshita wrestled last night when it was the AEW versus Ring of Honor versus CMLL, which they had a show last night. So he wrestled last night. Of course, Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Lance Archer, Josh Alexander, Hechicero, Dax Harwood, and Valador Jr. So two massive, colossal teams went toe-to-toe. I mean, just a mixed bag of all sorts of stuff, man. High flying, high octane, luchador style. If you love that luchador, high flying, fast flipping move, you name it, baby. If you love that stuff, this match was most likely for you. And again, it kind of relates back to the AAA and the WWE show last week in Worlds Collide. You remember Conan came on the show and remind the American audience, this is Lucha Libre. This is a totally different style to the American style. So Conan hit it right on the spot. We talked about that last week in Worlds Collide. And I agree, man. Lucha Libre is a whole separate thing, man. It's a whole different world compared to what the American style, New Japan style, the UK, what the hell? There's a bunch of styles, right? Gundam style. Lucha Libre is a whole different style. And again, we got a little taste of it, CMLL style. And hey, if you want to see them live right here in the United States, I believe they're going to be right here in Chicago in November. Of course, they did a sold-out show back in May at Cicero Stadium. So, I'm probably not going to pass this one up this time. CMLL headed to Chicago in November with MLW. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to make it out there. Anyway, so this multi-man match here, fantastic. Of course, the winners were Bandito, Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia, Brody King, Temperillo, Atlantis Jr. Fantastic multi-man match. What do you say about that? All right, so after that, we had how about this match? Kushka Okada versus Mark Briscoe for the AEW's Continental Championship. Hey, talk about the Okada pop, man. Okada came out, massive crowd pop. A lot of people are shitting on Okada, right? He's lazy. He's not the same guy how he's used to be. But look, man, Okada, to me as a fan, he still has the aura from New Japan, right? He comes down, just walks out on stage, does the Okada, not pyro, but like the Okada dollar bills flying everywhere. That's the Okada aura, right? The Okada aura that came out, and fans still help at him like that, right? Like Mark Briscoe. I love Mark Briscoe, man. The Kung Fu redneck, baby. By the way, he did show it off on a GrandSlam tonight, doing his Kung Fu redneck abilities. Both guys squared up and had a hell of a match. What can you say, man? Okada won, right? Okada won as expected. Of course, after the match, Okada decided to jump Mark Briscoe. And if again, luchador style, CMLL, they're used to guys running down to the ring, right, for the save the baby faces. And I saw a lot of people heads turning to the stage as Mark Briscoe was getting attacked in the ring. I'm like, okay, where's Kenny Omega? And Kenny Omega was nowhere to be found on this show tonight, which I was quite surprised. Kenny Omega is big in Mexico. Now, of course, the last time he was on, I could be wrong, right? I mean, Kenny Omega in Mexico was on a AAA show. Every time they have a Triple Mania show, Kenny Omega is normally on their show. So could that be a reason why he's not a CMLL? I don't know. I mean, again, I'm just speculating. But there's no Kenny Omega. There's no sightings whatsoever on tonight's show, which a lot of people, including myself, thought he was going to come out and save Mark Briscoe to kind of get a little bit more of this teaser between the Okada and Omega and All In Texas. So nothing came out of it. I was quite surprised, and Okada walked away with the Continental Champion beating up Mark Briscoe. So not a lot of people were happy about it. I was not happy about it, but hey, I don't make up the rules here. All right, MJF versus Mystico. So MJF came out in the USA, waving the USA flag, wearing the USA whole ring attire. What a heel. You thought JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, you thought he was a bad son of a bitch showing up in Mexico talking shit. Man, MJF, baby, doggy, man, talking about some heat right there, man. So MJF came down representing the U.S. of A tonight. But out comes Mexico's legendary figure, Mystico. And this is my first time seeing Mystico coming out with the CMLL entrance theme. And by God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I thought the Mystico entrance was memorable. I thought it was, I don't know, man. As a wrestling fan, I can't say it was emotional, but it was, man, it felt good in the inside as a wrestling fan. Not just me. That's just my personal opinion. I thought the Mystico entrance, the fans singing his song, just singing their hearts out, had their phones out, recording Mystico, singing his song. Dude, that was a cool moment, right? Which AEW does lack here and there when it comes to making moments. Tonight, they had a hell of a moment of Mystico, who came out with a fantastic song, fantastic crowd singing to it. I mean, as a fan, you gotta root for Mystico now. I mean, guy's a star in Mexico. And he came out, and I'm like, my gosh, man, he better win tonight. Because this crowd's literally going to set this place on fire if MJF wins, right? By the way, great match, right? MJF's trying to cheat here and there, right? I obviously had a good feeling he was going to low blow Mystico, but the referee, had his back turned. Eventually, Mystico got Mystico, pinned, got out of it. Long story short, MJF decided I think he kicked Mystico right in the balls again, but this time in front of the referee. Referee rang the bell, disqualified MJF, and eventually the Hurt Syndicate got in the ring to join with MJF and start beating up, gang-busting Mystico. And of course, MJF said, fuck it, I'm going to take the mask off of Mystico. Because that was the whole purpose, right? If Mystico lost the match, he would have to take the mask off. And even though MJF lost the match by disqualification, he still took the mask off of Mystico. I'm like, God damn it, man. On the Holy Grail Arena, Mexico, in the heart of Mexico City, they still took the mask off of Mystico. What the hell? So, of course, he yanked and pulled the mask off. Mystico put his face over, to protect his face, right? Sacred. The sacred ground of Mexico. And, eventually everyone else backstage came out for the save, and eventually they gave the mask back to Mystico. It's not the way I wanted to end it. It sucks, right? I guess it's one way of saying that MJF lost the match by disqualification. I just wouldn't imagine what could have happened if MJF did win by pinfall. Now, that would have been an interesting scene to watch on television, or hell, be in the arena. MJF could get jumped in the alleyway leaving the arena. So, anyway, Mystical won by disqualification, but unfortunately, his mask got taken off and his face almost got revealed on national television. Sucks, but is what it is. All right, 4 million pesos. Money, right? 4 million pesos. High-flying four-way match between Mascara Dorada versus Mystico versus Hologram versus Leo Rush. Four-way style. Again, high octane, high pace, high flying, insane stunts. You name it, baby. These guys lay it down on the line, baby. These guys went to war. Just flips. I mean, anything you could think. I mean, hologram. Come on, hologram, for God's sakes. Long story short, looking at my notes here. Eventually, Portal Bomb gets the break and Rush to get the cover. Eventually, Hologram kicks out, landing the Portal Bomb and pinfall that Ricochet is unable to stop, and Hologram wins the four-way style 4 million pesos match. Four-way style. Hey, come on, Hologram, big fat winner tonight. Again, if you're a fan of luchador style, you're a fan of high octane, hey, this match is for you. Boom. Let's move on here. Historic moments, right? Let's talk about it. CMLL World Women's Champion Zeuxis, 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 put her title on the line against your current AEW's TBS Women's Champion, Mercedes Moné. Both ladies beat the crap out of each other. Both ladies went to war. They had a hell of a match. Eventually, they went to commercial break. Mercedes Moné has taken control of pretty much the majority of the match towards the end. Eventually, she intercepts a Spanish fly near fall. Zeus retained control as she sends Monet to the corner, looking to send her down the mat. But Monet counters, landing something of a power bomb, followed by a pin and a victory. And Mercedes Moné pinned and defeated Xena. So Mercedes Moné made history tonight. She made history tonight, and she is your new CMLL Women's World Champion. Holy shit, man. How about that? Whoever thought that Mercedes Moné will walk away with the CMLL World Champion? Now, I would never expect that to happen. But hey, say what you want to say about Mercedes, man. She spanned the globe. She went to Japan, won titles. She went to England, won titles. She went down to Mexico. She won a title. Mercedes Moné is going around the world collecting title belts. She's proven that she don't have to be in the WWE to prove that she is a world star, right? Former WWE Women's World Champion as well. So, come on, Mercedes Moné, look at that resume, man. You cannot tell me that she is probably one of the best. Now, she's not, 5-star. She is not Luthez. She's not the way I understand again, man. But if you're talking about modern wrestling right now on the roster that's outside the WWE, you cannot say that Mercedes Moné is probably handful of the best outside of the WWE. And adding the CMLL World Champion to her list, her resume, it just stacks on, man. Stacks on, and her incredible career. And hopefully she can look back down the next 20, 30 years and look like, man, holy shit, I won the New Japan Women's Strong Champion. I won the CMLL. I won the WWE Women's World Champion. Mercedes Moné could look back down the road the next 20, 30 years, and she said she done it, right? She has done it. She's been everywhere. She's been to Corrigan Hall. She's been to Tokyo Dome. She's been to Wembley Stadium. She's been to Madison Square Garden. She's been to Arena, Mexico. Just like that, Mercedes Moné went everywhere. She done it all. She did it all. What's next? Now she has All in Texas in a couple of weeks against Toni Storm, who was also a champion as well. Could that put the icing on the cake for her? Right? Could you add that title to her resume? Can you add Toni Storm title to her Mercedes Moné in a couple weeks? Could that be the cherry on the top? Right? That would be, that could be huge for Mercedes Moné. But tonight was historic. Tonight was, again, a game changer for Mercedes in the women's division. And right now, all eyes are on All in Texas between Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm. So we have to wait and see how this will play out, man. Winner takes all. We'll have to wait and see in a couple of weeks. All right, main event time. So far, did you guys watch AEW GrandSlam Mexico tonight? Did you enjoy it so far? They claim it was 2.5 hours, but it was a little bit over, but that's okay. Can't bitch about it because it's their first time AEW CMLL Arena Mexico. Having a first time can only happen once. So, of course, they're going to be special tonight. So, your thoughts. You're watching. Put it down in the comment section if you're watching live right now on YouTube, X, and Twitch as well. Your thoughts, your opinions of AEW GrandSlam before I hit the main event here. Did you guys thought it was a historic night? Did you guys thought it was a special night? Your thoughts, your opinions, okay? I'm going to hand it off to you guys watching live right now, man. Drop in the comment section your thoughts about it. If you can't comment on here, send me an email into the Square Circle Podcast at gmail.com. As always, you can send me an email or send me a DM right here on X, also on Facebook as well. And again, if you missed some of the highlights of tonight's show, I do have some clips on my official Into the Square Circle podcast TikTok. So if you have TikTok, check out my official Into the Square Circle podcast. You can see some of the highlights of tonight's show on there as well. So again, your opinions matter. Drop it in the comments section down below. All right, so the main event, 10-man tag team match here. Jon Moxley, the Young Bucks, the Beast Mortos, right? We found out the Beast Mortos got involved in the show last minute because I guess Cash Wheeler was not able to travel here. And I guess Cesaro, or not Cesaro, dipshit, Claudio Castagnoli, another guy that could have made it to Mexico. So they decided to request the Beast Mortos to be part of the show tonight to make up the two guys. And that's what they got. And Wheeler Yuta. And, of course, that team faced Will Bygone Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata. So a 10-man tag team here. Pretty much anarchy in the arena match. Just take out the anarchy and you have it the same match in Arena Mexico. So apparently after Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland beat the shit out of each other last week, seemed like they're best friends tonight. It seemed like they're working together like nothing happened last week. Did you guys notice that both guys were just, like, hey, come on, buddy. Yeah, jump these guys over here. It seemed like last Wednesday they beat the shit out of each other. They got everything out of their system. Now they're best friends today. Whatever. Anyway, let's move on here. You know what? This match, everything but the kitchen sink, right? Chaos, right? Yeah, a little bit of Death Raiders, right? That's all they about. Chaos, right? All 10 guys beating the shit out of each other in the middle of the ring. High flying moves. Seeing Ospreay doing some kick ass. Jumping topes and jumping up the turnbuckle. What can you say? He's the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Long story short, and this 10-man tag team match here. Look at my notes here really quick, trying to get to the damn ending here. All right, the winner. Well, very shitty ending, right? Jon Moxley won. Jon Moxley and his crew defeated the Team Ospreay and the rest of the crew tonight. And, of course, obviously the roll-up Swerve Strickland with a handful of trunks for the win. Yeah, what a shitty ending, man. Again, Death Raiders is just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's your thing. Maybe you're a fan of Jon Moxley. Maybe you're a fan of the champion being locked up in the briefcase for a year. Now, I like to see the champion, man. I have to say, I need to put a AEW World Champion on a chocolate milk cart at school. Says missing, because I haven't seen that son of. I have to get my replica in my drawer just to look at it, just to remember what it looks like, because I haven't seen the damn title the longest time. Long story short, Adam Page came out at the very end of the match when it was done, over with. He came down, ready to put his hands on Jon Moxley, which both guys did laid hands, right? Which is a little awkward. Eventually, Adam Page was ready to do the buckshot lariat on Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley ducks, rolls out the ring, and Adam Page gives the buckshot lariat to one of the Young Bucks. And the other Young Bucks like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like, why you just take out my brother? What the hell's wrong with you? And Adam Page don't give a shit, man. He wants the world champion. He has his eyes focused. He has his mind laser straight and ready for the AEW World Champion All In, because that's a big time match, man. Come on. Adam Page, Jon Moxley for the AEW World Champion. Hopefully we'll see if Adam Page will win the World Champion and All In. We'll have to wait and see on that as well. Again, another high profile match at All In Texas. A lot of high profile matches going on. That's going to be a busy pay-per-view, which we'll talk about in a couple seconds, because we're going to lead into Monday Night Raw for a little bit, because we're going to talk about Goldberg. Yeah. A lot of mixed reactions come out of it. Anyway, tonight, to kind of wrap things up, tonight was historic. Tonight was a fantastic show. Maybe it's not your favorite. Maybe it's not your preferred style pro wrestling. That's okay. It's not for everyone. All right. But if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you loved it. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Give me a middle finger. I don't give a shit. Your thoughts, your opinions on tonight's historic show for AEW and CMLL. And hopefully we can see a little bit more of this partnership down the road. And hell, maybe bring it here to the United States. Slap it in the Madison Square Garden. I doubt that's going to happen, but hey, we can use more of this partnership together. Special shows like this, I'm down for it. So overall, a good show tonight. All right, so let's talk about Monday Night Raw. 3 things, and we're going to complete tonight's, because I know a handful of you guys and gals probably had to go to work in the morning. I understand it, but thank you for watching as always. Again, if you're watching right now, give me a follow, subscribe, X, YouTube, and at Twitch as well. I appreciate it as always, and support the podcast as well. All right, so Monday Night Raw, Goldberg returns. Gunther versus Goldberg, Saturday night's main event. Same day as AEW's All In Texas. Ooh, that's probably the reason why they brought Goldberg, right? Big name, a marquee name. We got Goldberg. Now, I understand a lot of people are a little pissed off about Goldberg returning. Okay, why his return? Well, we know Goldberg's planning on retiring. He wants to do one more run. Now, personally, my personal opinion, I thought Goldberg had his final run. I thought he had the World Championship run as well. He went to WrestleMania. I thought that was it. Now, apparently, Goldberg's talking about it. I'm not sure if this is his final run, because why in the hell would you end your final run obviously in Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday night's main event? Right? Of all places, why would you end your career? I mean, personally, for me, I would love to end it at WrestleMania, get my final farewell on the grandest stage of them all. But again, apparently they're going to give this title match between Goldberg and Gunther. Now, a lot of people are kind of upset about it. Okay, why is this washed up old veteran? And I get it. He is a Hall of Famer, right? He is a legend. WCW legend, WWE legend, Hall of Famer, yada, 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 yada. Now, I kind of get it. Why? Why now, right? Why show up now of all the young guys, all the young, talented guys in the back, who are slaving, busting their ass off to get to the World Championship title spot. And Goldberg slides his way in and takes this spot. I want you for the world champion. Okay, you got it. Well, in that case, then how come, Akira Tozawa just pop in and ask for the title? I mean, I get it why it's unfair for some of the younger talents, some of the veterans who are possibly about to wrap up their career, like Randy Orton, John Cena. Obviously, he's the world champion right now as well. But just guys who are scratching and clawing to get the title back, like Jey Uso, that poor son of a bitch. Obviously he has to go through the men's tournament to get inside to get that title back. He has to work for it. Goldberg, maybe he's been working for it in the gym, but has he been working for it in the squared circle? So I can understand the mixed reaction for Goldberg returning back and sliding his way in to face Gunther. So, again, maybe it's another reason why they slapped him on Saturday night's main event, because, again, you have All In Texas, the biggest show, AEW's biggest show of the year. So you think about it, you have Saturday night's main event, you have Evolution going on, and the NXT was a Great American Bash. So, you have 3 shows wrapped up on the weekend for WWE, and you have All In Texas. Come on, man. There's a reason why they put Goldberg on that show, man. They need some star power, right? Star power. That's what they need. Some eyeballs to take away from AEW's programming. So, hey, it's another WWE. Fuck it. They have a game plan. They know what they're doing, and it's pretty obvious that it's competition, right? That's if you're a long-time wrestling fan, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Competition is competition. Unfortunately, as fans, or fortunately for some fans, try to enjoy it, I guess, what you like. Anyway, there's that. Of course, we had Asuka, right? Asuka returns. Big moment for her. She won Monday, if I'm not mistaken, to advance in the women's, was it the women's tournament? I don't know. All I know is Asuka returns, right? But yet better, Liv Morgan had a match earlier on against, was it Kairi Sane later on the show. Now, Liv Morgan, had a freak accident, right? She seemed like she dislocated her shoulder, according to Michael Cole and Corey Graves. So Liv Morgan's going to be out of action. And a lot of the stuff I've been reading, it may require surgery for Liv Morgan. That's not good, right? Surgery is no bueno. And when you have surgery, that comes to rehab, which it comes taking time off, meaning you're going to be being away for a little bit. So, yeah, we got Goldberg. But, for the women's division, we got Asuka back. We got Bayley. Bayley's back now. We got these fine, fantastic women returning back to the women's roster. But then there's always that one person who, unfortunately gets injured. So when you gain one or two person back, one goes out. And it stinks, right? It stinks as fans. Liv Morgan, she's very popular to a lot of guys and gals out there. She's a very popular on Monday Night Raw. And it stinks that, the way it gets pro wrestling. Shit happens, right? These guys and gals don't plan their injuries. Shit happens, man. Pro wrestling is a physical sport, and it can happen anytime. Adam Cole jumped off the ramp in AEW, shattered his ankles, right? Anything could happen. It's pro wrestling, damn it. Anything could happen. And it sucks for Liv Morgan to get hurt like that. And we wish her a speedy recovery. And hopefully we can get her back by the end of this year. But we'll have to wait and see on that. All right. So, it's already 10:30 Central Time here in Chicago time. I know some of you guys got to go to work tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching as always. I appreciate as always. Support the podcast. I'm going to wrap things up here. Hope you guys enjoyed the historic AEW CMLL show tonight. I thought it was a fantastic show. Historic. Man, it makes me want to put a luchador mask and walk around my house. Walk around the goddamn grocery store with a mask on my face. I've been following Lucha Libre for a long ass time, right? I've been following CMLL, AAA for 20 plus years, just like WWE, TNA. And just as a fan now, I'm still a kid, right? I'm still love watching Lucha Libre. But it's a beautiful art form, man. It's a different style from American style. Anyway, I'm just blabbering off here. Thank you very much for watching, as always. Give me a follow, subscribe right here on X, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, wherever the hell I am. I'm on there live, always posting shit. Follow the podcast up below. I appreciate you guys watching, as always. Happy Wednesday, happy lucha, happy wrestling. Be safe out there. Hell, I'll talk to you guys this weekend. I got extra figures to show you guys. More LJN action figures in the box here. I'm a big action figure collector. I'm a sucker for those damn figures. All right, I'm going to shut up. Have a good night. Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.